excited to share the news with you that I finally got my PMP certification done.
Thanks to EduHubSpot.com and Varun's mentorship.
The material provided by EduHubSpot is fantastic and the mentoring is phenomenal.
I could not accomplish this feat without the outstanding mentorship of Varun.
I would like to thank EduHubSpot for all the support that was given to me in this journey.
If you're looking to be certified just like me, EduHubSpot is your go-to place.
Thank you, EduHubSpot, for helping me become a PMI certified professional.
I want to give credit to my success to the EduHubSpot team.
Hi, welcome to this video stream today, where we are recording a PMP success story with Imran. Hi, Imran. Welcome to the success story video. And let's get started with a quick intro. Can you give us a quick intro about yourself, your professional background, how long you've been in project management?
Sure. First of all, Rasika, it's really nice seeing you and nice talking to you after our boot camp and a few mentoring sessions that together. So yeah, it's really nice to hear from you. My name is Imran and I work for a global leader in consulting. I've been, working as a project manager since 2013. So yeah, that's a little about my professional background and my introduction.
Okay. So thanks for that quick intro, Imran. Once again, welcome to the EduHubSpot Success Story. You've been an excellent student. I know you've been a part of my batch and it was a wonderful journey throughout that PMP Bootcamp, and even in our interactions. It was fun to work with you on this journey. So yeah, I just want to know a bit more and, hope to inspire a few more PMP aspirants along the way. So what motivated you, Imran, actually to, start with this PMP journey and take this exam up?
So actually, I was studying PMP for a very long time. In fact, I got serious in 2021, but so due to some reason, I had to take a break, and then I couldn't finish it. But I saw a few of my friends, they have completed, they did their PMP, and professionally they're doing very good. So that actually motivated me as well to go ahead with the PMP certification.
Okay. So looking at people do it, yes, that's a good motivation factor. Helps along the career journey as well. Bit about how you started the journey. How were your preparations? What all did you do exactly, which helped you prepare for the exam finally? How were your study patterns? How much time you dedicated? Just a bit on your journey through this PMP studies.
Okay.
Yes.
Rasika, when our boot camp was going on, you said something, and I remembered it throughout my journey, while I was doing PMP. And what you said was that do not lose touch. So even after your boot camp is done, you continue study. You continue to study, and that actually helped me because even when I was preparing, 4 years back. One mistake I did was, I took a break, and that break actually kills, the momentum. So this time I made sure that, even after one was, the way it is structured, the EduHub team, the way they have structured the homework and the classes, it is very systematic. So I followed that very seriously. Whatever homework you gave me and whatever other courses was there, Varun's videos. So I studied those very, very religiously. In fact, I studied it like 3-4 times the entire course. And in between, I kind of lost confidence when I was attempting mock, but I didn't lose focus. So not losing focus, I think, was one very important aspect that helped me to crack it.
Okay, that's good to know that, and that's what helps people, right? If you lose touch, even that small break kind of pushes you back a lot from your study plan. It's always good to be consistent. It's always good to keep at it, even if it's a half an hour, I think that helps build the momentum and keep the studies going, even if it's for a small duration. So yeah, glad to know that you followed the plan and it really helped you. And
Yeah.
thanks for remembering what I was saying in the boot camp. Yeah. So great to know that that your journey did with EduHubSpot helped you a lot to prepare as well. So how was your exam, experience actually, the actual exam experience? How was that?
So, like I mentioned some time back, when attempting, and I will come to how my exam experience was, but I'll just give a little background. So when attempting the mock test, uh, you know, I in the bootcamp, whatever questions were asked, I used to answer. Most of the questions were correct, right? But
Right.
when attempting mock, I was hoping to score above 70, but then my first mock I scored only 61, 62 percentage. I was little demotivated, and that actually scared me, for the actual exam as well. But actual exam I felt was simpler, compared to the mocks that I gave, right? And it was very the experience was very smooth. Like
Hmm.
even at the exam center, it can get little overwhelming when you reach it. But even you mentioned multiple times that you reach at least half an hour prior, and I did that. I reached at least 30 minutes prior. In fact, I was like 45 minutes prior. Yeah. And it gave me some time to settle down and calm myself, have some water, and yeah, while attempting the exams, I really, Varun always, says in his video that people felt that I'm sitting next to them and telling them, no, this doesn't look like and the elimination technique and stuff like that. Those things, I could feel it, like you guiding and Varun's video playing, at the back of my mind. So, yeah, I think the exam experience was a lot better than the mock test
Oh, that's nice.
experience.
Yeah. That's good to hear. So good. I'm glad to hear that the exam was actually easier than our mocks also, because
Yeah.
that gives confidence to you. See, if you've attempted something tougher, the actual exam is a breeze, and we're glad to know that that was the case for you. I know you faced a lot of challenges while studying. At least I think the last 10, the last leg of your preparations is where you faced a little bit of a challenge and a bit of hurdles. I know. So, would you want to talk about those challenges and how you overcame them? What helped you overcome those challenges?
Yes. So, you know, uh, I never skipped a day, for studying. Like I studied every day, even on weekends, every day, not even a single day I missed. And when I felt that, I am prepared for the mock test, and when like I said, I gave the first mock and I got like 61, 62%. I was very, very demotivated. That night I couldn't sleep well. I, it I felt that I felt like I'm prepared for the exam, but actually I'm not. And I gave a few more mocks. The results were not that great, to be very honest. I mean, it was good. It was okay, for the exam, but I wanted more. So I felt little discouraged and demotivated. And Rasika, I mean, one thing I would like to call out is that apart from see, I'd reached a stage where the materials, I'd gone through all the materials, all the videos, but what really needed me was the motivation. And I'm sorry if I've bugged you a lot
Not
during this, during that phase, but you actually motivated me. I had lost confidence in me, but you did not. You were still very confident that I'll go and I'll do well.
Yes.
So thank you for that. Your motivation and your encouragement actually helped me.
Thank you for saying that, Imran. But it was all your hard work. See, you were working very consistently. You were following the plan, and you feel those scores were bad, but your mock scores were very good indication that you were ready for the exam. And that's where I didn't want you to lose hope. So that last push is why a mentor is here, and that's our job as a mentor, to keep you motivated, keep you going. And I'm glad that I did that, so that you got and you went ahead and you achieved your goal of PMP. And I believe this was a very short journey for you as well, because you were right from the get go of our boot camp. You were already on the journey. You were already along the process, and that's what helped you. So following the plan, following the steps consistently, I think has been a great help for you on this journey, and glad to know that you did so well. And how do you feel now that you have given the exam? It's been a few days now. What's the feeling?
So, the moment I passed my exam, so the day you give exam, they give you a sheet stating whether you've passed or not. So I was very nervous after completing 180 questions, and when I went to receive that sheet, I was very nervous. But as soon as I saw that I've passed, I was extremely happy, and we went out to celebrate and all. And my managers and my colleagues were also extremely happy that because they saw me studying so hard, and they were happy that I passed. And yeah, I felt that whatever hard work I've done, it kind of paid off, and I have that sense of achievement basically. So, and even when I have to tackle things at work, so you always used to say, keep your your work hat aside and wear your PMI hat. So now I understand there are better ways of managing things, right? Even at work. So yeah, that is definitely helping.
That's good to know. So that now you can wear your PMI hat at the work experience, and improve processes, improve the way PMs do work. So that's absolutely good to hear. Thanks, Imran, for that lovely experience and sharing your challenges and your journey with us. And I hope this will be an inspiration to a lot more PMP aspirants, where they should not lose hope. They should keep consistently following, and with that, it's not an impossible goal to achieve. So thank you, Imran. Thank you for sharing this with us. Thanks a lot for sharing your time today for this recording the success story, and all the best to you for your future endeavors. It was lovely chatting with you again. Do stay in touch. And yes, a quick message to all the other PMP aspirants as well. I hope this inspires you. PMP is not an impossible dream or an impossible goal to achieve. If you do it consistently, you study and stick to a plan, it is possible. So yes, why not go ahead and do your PMP certification, everyone? Yep. Thank you, Imran, once again. Lovely talking to you. Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you so much for this interview, and I really hope that my story inspires few people, and yeah, like
great. It will.